Our mission at InnFocus, which continues to be delineated here on this slide, is really to be able to have a procedure that doctors have available to them that will treat mild, moderate, and severe stage primary open-angle glaucoma in such a manner where we can get these patients to below 15 millimeters of mercury, which we think is a key milestone, and off their meds. So that's really what we're trying to do. And right now, we're in the late stages of the final phase of an FDA clinical trial, which is randomized against trabeculectomy, which will show exactly what we can do compared to trabeculectomy. Now, part of the secret sauce here is really in the material. You know, I think the company was founded by Len Pinchuk, who's a genius PhD biomechanical engineer. He has over 100 patents, and when he first was looking at this material, they were developing something that ended up being used as a coating for the Taxus stent that ended up being launched by Boston Scientific. And what they saw in implementing this device, or this material, is that it just doesn't biodegrade. It really maintains its integrity. It doesn't cause inflammation, and so it resists encapsulation mightily. And so 100% of our device is made out of this material. It's been in the human body for 15 years, in the eye for over 8 years, in over 1 million patients. So we think we've established robustness when it comes to this. When you look at these small microshunts, we think material is going to end up being a differentiating factor. This is what our device looks like. It's 8.5 millimeters long. It's got a very small 70 micron interlumen, and as you can see, there's a fin in the back, and that's really just for fixation. Once you put this device in, that fin ensures that that device is going to stay where the doctor put it. Now, for the doctor, wouldn't it be great to be able to have a choice beyond trabeculectomy and primary tubes? You know, these are, because those procedures are difficult, they take a long time to execute, and in addition to that, the post-op course for that is challenging. You know, the hypotony rate for trabeculectomy is very high, and when that patient is hypotenuse post-operatively, they're in an unsafe posture. And so the doctors in the practices have to see those patients repeatedly. They burn a lot of chair time having to worry about that. So if we can deliver a result without them having to worry about that, it's not only going to be a great experience in the operating room, but it'll be a great experience on a post-op basis as well. And of course, what we're seeing is return of visual recovery is pretty cool. Now with this chart, I want you to focus first on the left-hand bar. What this indicates is we've got 373 patients that we're following here, and they've got an average IOP of about 23 millimeters of mercury. Now, if you look down at that busy part below the chart, you can see those patients are on average 3 meds. So think about that. They're taking 3 meds, and they still have an IOP of, not too far from 25 millimeters of mercury. Now, if you look over toward the right and you look at our year 1 and 2 results, because we've still got, we love our year 3, 4, and 5 results, but the N over there is pretty small. But if you look at our year 1 and 2 results, look at that. Those patients are below 15 millimeters of mercury, and they're on about a half a med. So for these elderly patients who are trying to remember, how many of these they need to take, we've shown that over 60% of the patients are off, and then on average, the ones who are on about a half. One of the other really neat things that we've determined and discovered with this technology and its use outside of the United States is you get a different effect depending upon your concentration of MMC. The blue line are patients that were treated with a 0.2 milligram per ml concentration. That's the concentration that's approved in the United States, and that's what we're using in the FDA clinical trial. But look at the results that you get, and these are significantly different. The results that you get with 0.4 milligrams per ml, again, go to the right-hand side of the slide and look at the year 1 and 2 data. Those patients have significantly more IOP lowering. They're way below 15 millimeters of mercury. And look at the med load. They're on 0.3, 0.4 meds per patient. So we're very excited to know that looks like we can get a titratable result somewhat by altering the MMC concentration. This is what the market looks like. That blue part of the slide, that's what we're doing in the FDA clinical trial. And that orange part, those are the patients who also have concomitant cataracts, and of course we're treating those outside of the United States as well. Our FDA trial is going to focus just on the standalone procedure with no cataract removal included in that. So what do we have here? We've got a miracle material. It's been in the body. It's been in over 1 million patients, 15-year history in the body, 8 years in the eye. And as Paul Palmberg likes to say, you know, you're not going to see an inflammatory effect from this kind of material. It really is the part of the secret sauce. So in summary, this is a technology that's going to approach a very large patient population, be able to treat mild, moderate, and severe stage glaucoma, be able to get those patients below 15, and if you can get them below 13, the data are starting to indicate that patients will actually see better. Thank you.